Ooh. Recording started. I like this. It's weird. So, all right. So I agree that I'm 13. Okay, so Team Salvo is apparently going to be... Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Doki Doki. Okay, so... Welcome, viewers, YouTubers, and friends alike. My name's Mango Smoothie Man, and today we are playing some Doki Doki. Yes! Let me move my face. Doki Doki. Wow, I am excited. I have never played this game before. I did see Jacksepticeye play through the Yuri line, and I'm gonna make my pick and kind of play it the way I feel. I'm actually really excited. This is also the first video with my face cam, not including my vlogs. Alright, let me put my face back right here, and let's explain some of this. So the game is made by Team Salvo, which are apparently also doing a horror game coming up here this year. And this is a free game you can get on the Steam App Store. Just head on over there, download Steam. If you don't, you can play it yourself. See what you find and see how you feel about it. It's staged as a dating game. They're not a dating game. What is it? Like those, the meet girl kind of games. It's staged as that, and I guess it gets really twisted. It starts at the beginning where it says, hey, this game is not for those of whom who are easily disturbed, and I have to agree that I'm above the age of 13. So all y'all who are not 13, please don't. There we go. So the game is set up in, I have it windowed. So I got the game, and then I have the files open, because apparently some weird stuff happens to the game files. I'm excited. I'm excited. Text speed. Skip after choices. You know what? I'm just gonna... Let's just new game. Enter your name. Mango. Shouldn't be that hard. Oh, geez. Hey! Or, hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to the attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, my good friend since we were children. Oh. You know the kind of friend you've never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? I don't know if that's a nice thing to say. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh god, I overslept again. But I caught up to you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I was. That's mean, Mango. Gosh, that's weird reading, Mango. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, sorry. What? We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we decide to draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students and making their daily commute. But by the way, Mango, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me. When I'm perfectly content by just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about it. Oh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Oh, ouch. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall and look for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises that you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning that she has planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for your cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Oh, I told you don't call me that. Don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Ah, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have a bunch of voices. I could never do the voices Jack does. Not that I don't want to. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Mango, what a nice surprise. That's an interesting expression. Welcome to the club. Ah, hold on, my eye. Oh my god. Blankness. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets all moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back to the other girls. This is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Mango. Monica smiles sweetly. Do we know each other? Oh, bleh. We do know each other well. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica? Come sit down, Mango. We've made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged in the to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that one space next to Monica and one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. I don't get to choose that. Interesting. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Everyone's like, you are. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, and then Monica, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full. Oh. With her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. No! You split the cupcake, you know, the cake part down the center, where the bottom and the top, and then you take the bottom, you put it on the top, and you got a sandwich. Best way. Hands down. Don't care. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like... I haven't heard this somewhere before. Or haven't I heard this somewhere before? Yeah. made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But for you, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. While the tea and the reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Since sometimes... Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I'm practically dragged here by Sayori. I also don't read that often. I do read Mistborn, by the way. It's the last series I read, which I can't wait for the other books. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? The president of the literature club is my... As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club as fun and exciting for everybody. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member of any of the major clubs. Aren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Weren't you? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. I feel like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica, that really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Well, you could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We will all do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we were all so delighted by the idea of new members joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can help or keep up with their levels of enthusiasm about literature. So, Mango, what kind of things do you like to read? Well... considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsman behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way the look in her eyes light up as she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with a deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah. Really? I would not have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually write down about you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind you last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give it back. Fine. Eat your cupcakes. Your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Yuri saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki writes down. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, expose your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Oh my. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if I share some of your work, you can get examples to help Natsuki feel more comfortable through sharing hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question? ¿Por qué? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get all a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mango? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Mango. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then let's make it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Mango, I'm looking forward to seeing you... seeing how you express yourself. Yeah... Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I've already felt the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Mango, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? Ah, that's right. Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, that might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school at the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of any of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. You're full of shit. Okay, 20 words. I gotta pick words that'll make them happy. Don't know. I only see the three girls, not Monica, which is sad because I don't know. I like Monica. I want to do Monica. Okay, let's see how this works. I'm gonna pick words I like because I read some world building books, so I kind of side with Yuri on some things. I'm not even gonna worry about them. I'm just gonna see what I like. Death. Peaceful. Lipstick. Hurt. Fluffy. Happiness. Ooh, wrath. Yeah, depression. Uncontrollable. Extreme. I like extraordinary the most. Fickle, broken, blanket, pawny, lazy, despise. Forgive. Let's see here. Alone. Disoriented. That's nice. I like that one. Ooh, eternity's a good word. Unrestrained. Yes. Imagination. Let's do that. Nightgown, marriage, empty, adventure. Kawaii. Okay. Great. Nature. Let's see. Should awesome be in there? Sunset, aura. I like that one. Electricity. Giggle, analysis, sadness. Let's do that one. Determination. Yes. Ooh. Ooh, I love crimson. Ah, that's a good word. I like it. And then Doki Doki. Let's do it. I'm going to call that an episode here. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. First video with my face, excluding my vlogs, and joining me on this wonderful adventure that is Doki Doki Literature Club. So I decided to go with the words that I liked. Why? Because I couldn't really pick between the girls, because I would like to go with Monica, and I'm going to see if I can try to steer towards Monica in the story. So I'm just going to pick words I like out of them, see if that kind of changes the story a little bit. I'm excited, and I can't wait to find out day 2. But as always, I want to thank you guys again. I got my Twitter and Patreon link in the description below, along with the Redbubble if you guys like the mango shirt and you'd like one for yourself. So feel free to check those out in the description, or support the channel by heading over to my Patreon. I'll see you guys there. And as always, I'll see you guys, if not on my Patreon, in the next episode. Mango out!